The talk around campus here and in downtown Knoxville is which coach will take to the field next season and bring Tennessee football back in the right direction. People here said the winds were very strong. I'm going to show you what they did. This was once a booth. You can see this is knocked over. This is somebody's tent. And then if you come along over here, this tent all smashed. We are headed towards downtown. It's a little backed up. We're actually approaching a standstill. I'm going to stick the GoPro out of the sunroof and let you get a look at that. Guys, these are all the people over here who are getting flu shots, and in a couple seconds I am going to be one of them. I'm going to pan back over to me, and we have Tisa. She is a nurse with CHI Memorial. Waiting room over here is packed full of people, full of family members just waiting and praying to hear some good news. I should be able to walk down these steps without any problems, but obviously that is not the case today. You can see the pathway to the dock is all blocked and covered with water. When they do get back here to Charlottesville Road, they're going to be climbing up those poles back there to try to restore power. And we're waiting on TBI agents to talk to us. They are doing burnouts, as you can see right here. Check out all these flames. All right, well, Kyle, thank you very much for showing us those proper techniques. He had his hat on. He started at the top of the tree. Things are going to look very different here at the Election Commission. This door right here, this is going to be lifted up, and people from precincts across the city are going to be coming in with boxes and boxes of ballots. James Brian Miller, who is on the TBI's 10 most wanted list, taken into custody tonight. We'll give you a look at this scene. We know that there was a crash leading up to his arrest.
That was my baby. I love her.
Surrounded by family and deep in prayer, Misty Nash remembers her only daughter, Zoe. Zoe died in Monday's bus crash.
Zoe was just that outgoing person. She supported everybody. No matter who you was or what you did, she was there for you.
The day after Thanksgiving, Zoe's family put out balloons and stuffed animals.
Teddy bears and an emoji to show like how she was expressed, because she was a wonderful girl.
The display honored their little girl.
God has been amazing, you know what I'm saying, because I'm handling it in a different way that I never thought I'd be able to handle it.
Visits to the memorial happened between visits to the hospital. Monday, Zoe's little brother Zachariah was on the bus with her.
He's coping with everything very well, because I had to let him know he'd been asking for his sister. So I lied to him at first, but I went ahead and told him the truth.
Zachariah is doing better. He's recovering from a broken arm and punctured lungs and kidneys. As one child improves, a grieving mother remembers the daughter who didn't make it.
Zoe died in peace, and she died with her friends, so I'm at comfort, you know what I'm saying? My baby, she's, you know what I'm saying? I miss my baby though, but God don't make no mistakes. And I keep telling myself that, because God makes no mistakes.
For 5 years, Chris Clark was proud to put on his Varnel Police Department uniform.
Just absolute disbelief. Never would have expected something like this to happen.
Today, the city's manager told him to turn in his equipment.
You don't find this type of environment in law enforcement very often, where you have the type of relationship with the citizens.
Clark is one of about 10 officers out of a job after the Varnel City Council voted to dissolve the police department. It happened moments after the city reinstated Chief Lyle Grant after a suspension.
The political purposes behind it, I'm not sure on all of them, but I'm sure they'll eventually come out.
The decision came as a surprise after Councilmember Jan Pourquoi made a motion to get rid of the entire department. He argued that it was a tax burden, not a personal issue with the chief. Pourquoi says the debate about getting rid of the department was brewing for years, but the way the chief handled an incident with another city council member last month was a catalyst.
This was the right moment to go forward with it, and at some time you have to cut to the chase and make a decision.
With the police force gone, Woodfield County Sheriff Scott Chitwood says his office is ready to protect the people of Varnel.
We don't anticipate a major call volume that Varnel has always handled. You know, we have the coverage, we've always done it, and we'll continue to do it.
But the law enforcement coverage doesn't make residents feel better. In a mostly empty room at the 8 a.m. city council meeting, one resident spoke out against the motion that had no public input other than his outcry.
Absolutely appalled that we've got elected officials that came to this quick of a decision without doing any research with its citizens or its department.
Facebook Live video shows the violent, hostile streets of Charlottesville Saturday. You can hear white supremacists and counter-protesters yelling back and forth. One protester beat his shield. John Carrico, a counter-protester and a self-described anti-fascist, shot this video. He recorded until this. It happened moments before he says neo-Nazis piled on top of him.
I'm focused on individual limbs coming at me, and making sure that I was protected in some way.
Carrico got some scrapes and bruises from the attack as panic raced through his head.
How can I get away from these guys without having to engage them aggressively? And how can I do that, as quickly and efficiently as possible?
He eventually got away, but his partner Renee Hall, an elder with Mercy Junction, didn't fare as well.
I was hit with a shield.
This is Hall's forehead after the attack. The gash goes down to the muscle. She says after she was hit, police pulled her away.
What I'm disappointed with is that nobody went to find the person that did that. The Nazis just continued to march on.
Hall returned to Chattanooga this morning after a sleepless drive with a dozen stitches. Despite the violence and hatred, she says she doesn't regret going to Charlottesville to stand up against white supremacy.
The reason I was there was because some people don't get to escape. Some people, that's their entire life. That's their life.
We told you a few months ago that our longtime anchor Calvin Sneed will retire at the end of the year. He has a new endeavor. Now Calvin is a published author. He held his first ever book signing today to celebrate the big moment.
Sometimes
poison ivy.
You have to make sacrifices to snap the perfect photo.
But you know what though? Once I get the picture, it's worth it.
All the bridge pictures that weren't easy to capture ended up in Calvin Sneed's book, Building Bridges from Our Past to the Future.
That's so symbolic of what these bridges can be used for.
Saturday, Calvin had his first ever book signing to celebrate the launch.
To Sam, okay?
People were eager.
Are you a bridge lover?
To get their own copies.
It's exciting. I had no idea that bridges touch so many lives.
Interacting with readers.
I've never done it before, and it's fun.
And sharing his expertise.
The Brooklyn Bridge is the same way.
It was a new experience for Calvin. He hopes his book, full of beautiful pictures,
Architectural wonder,
sends a strong message.
As we get older, these bridges get torn down. They get replaced. And that's not necessarily a good thing, because they're part of our history. They're part of our culture.
That's why Calvin says he carefully selected the first picture in the book.
This bridge is slated for demolition. It's not going to be with us.
As he signs books and keeps snapping more pictures.
This is only the first one.
He's already planning a sequel as he moves closer to retirement.
I got 5 months.
5 months, good luck.
And somewhere there's a bridge calling my name. I'll be there.
Calvin says he's looking forward to his second book signing next week in Kingsport.